G'day there. Here I am trying to satisfy my scooter addiction once again. I bought a electric scooter many years ago, about 15-16 years ago, from China before they kind of were popular in Australia. It was a 24 volt electric scooter, and you've probably seen it in one of my other videos. Well, 24 volt 9 amp hour one, yes, with lead acid batteries, and it's quite a good little machine. I thought I'd try to get something a bit more powerful, and I bought this. Bought it on eBay. Nice looking little thing. It's not one of your real expensive ones. Some of the lithium battery scooters, which this one is, that you see advertised on eBay these days, or on Alibaba or whatever, are in the $1,000 plus $2,000 mark. This one was advertised for $719 with a lithium battery, 48 volt, 14 amp hour lithium battery, and it's quite a good looking machine. It's 500 watt motor in the back wheel, one of the hub motors. The other scooter's got a external little electric brushed motor, permanent magnet brush motor with a fan belt that drives the wheel, but this one's a direct drive, gearless hub motor, 500 watt. Now, comes with a bracket for putting a seat on. There's the seat there. I haven't unpacked that. I don't use it with the seat, so I can take this off. Now it screws to those bolts over there. I use it as a stand-up thing. Yeah, it's not a bad little thing. It's got a little readout meter here that gives you speed and stuff, and all of this came in this big box here, unpacked and pretty well assembled. I think I had to put the light on, that's about it. But a couple of things. I was expecting this to be a little bit more powerful than my 250 watter. Being a 500 watter with a 48 volt 14 amp hour battery. I've got hills around here where I live. There's some hills. Even the street outside my place is probably on a 10-12 degree gradient. Now my small scooter, the 24 volt one, the old one, goes up reasonably well, and I thought, no, I want something a bit more powerful, so I bought this thing with the 500 watt motor on it. But it's weaker than my other one. I couldn't believe it. I've charged the battery up. It's the 48 volt battery. Now that's another problem. The 48 volt battery, I'll show you. I've got another picture that I'll add. I've charged it a couple of times now, and it only charges to about 52.8 maximum. It should be charging to 54.6. That's a standard lithium, 48 volt lithium pack. 48 volt nominal and 54.6 fully charged. I've mucked around with a lot of these. I've got an electric bike that runs a 48 volt pack, and that charges to 54.6 every time, but this one won't. It's 52.8, that's almost 2 volts less. Now, I don't know why, whether the batteries are good quality or not, I don't know, being not a real expensive machine, but it's very weak. It comes to a standstill on the same streets, on the same gradient streets that that my little 250 watter goes up quite well. Yeah, so what do I say about that? And the other thing, I noticed that when you turn the meter on, it registers 30 k's an hour when I'm actually doing about 10 or 12, and I have only, you can't see it on there because it's not one of those meters that you can push buttons on to get your readings. It seems to scroll through the menus. It says, well, it said my last trip meter told me that I'd done 7.8 kilometres. I'd only been about a kilometre up the street, maybe 2 kilometres at the most. So the speed reading and the odometer reading's wrong on this. Way out, not just out a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, it's quite well built. It's got suspension front and back. It's got disc brakes, just cable ones, not hydraulics. Wouldn't expect that. It's got, there's the suspension, a couple of little shockers at the back. Yeah, okay. All in all, not bad, but pathetically weak.